beneath the frozen asphalt line. Pulse ignited, burning through the heavy Nordic pine. Cables screaming tension in the 0-degree air. Vanguard of the movement with a cold and vacant stare. I'm machinery grinding out a calculated beat. Liquid nitrogen flowing underneath the frantic feet. System overload is just a shadow on the wall. Wait for the momentum or prepare to take the fall. Velocity is hunting for the ghost within the wire, transmitting every instinct to the hunger and the fire. The atmospheric seal, and let the pressure rise. Validation shining in the center of your eyes. Towers made of concrete leaning toward the jagged coast. Hostile architecture hosting every hollow ghost. Frequencies are bleeding into atoms of the floor. Nobody is looking for the handle on the door. Engineered survival in a city made of glass. Counting every second as the heavy shadows pass. Driving through the tunnel where the metal meets the bone. King of the percussion on a temporary tone. Velocity is hunting for the ghost within the wire. Transmitting every instinct through the hunger and the fire. The atmospheric seal, and let the pressure rise. Validation shining in the center of your eyes. Accelerate the engine until the vision starts to blur. Discarding every memory of exactly who we were. Fiction is a phantom that we buried in the mud. Diesel and adrenaline are thickening the blood. Velocity is hunting for the ghost within the wire. Transmitting every instinct through the hunger and the fire. The atmospheric seal, and let the pressure rise. Validation shining in the center of your eyes. Velocity is hunting for the ghost within the wire. Transmitting every instinct through the hunger and the fire. The atmospheric seal, and let the pressure rise. Validation shining in the center of your eyes. Validation shining in the center of your eyes. The center of your eyes.
Traded in the weight upon our backs for every golden promise we could find. The valley walls are opening at last to let the morning flood the frozen ground. The bitter shadows of the hollow past are broken by the mercy we have found. The road was long and winding through the dark, with nothing but the flint to strike a spark. But look at how the sky begins to clear. The time for silent morning isn't here. So lift your head and let the spirit soar above the weary world we knew before. The victory is written in the bone, a kingdom that the humble claim as home. The chains are loose and falling in the clay. We walk into the brilliance of the day. The strength we carry deep within the soul has finally arrived to make us whole. The prophet spoke of rivers in the sand, where thirsty pilgrims gather for a drink. We hold the map of freedom in our hand, no longer standing trembling on the brink. The simple truth is ringing like a bell. Across the fields where many stood and fell, but we are standing tall against the tide. With nothing left to fear, not to hide. The road was long and winding through the dark, with nothing but the flint to strike a spark. But look at how the sky begins to clear. The time for silent morning isn't here. So lift your head Jagged edges of a sharp design, pounding on the ivory in a crooked line. The copper tastes the summer on a thirsty tongue, running through the valley while the bellies run. Every little shimmer is a jagged spark, carving out a window in the velvet dark. Put another nickel in the sliding slot, give it every ounce of a soul you got. The flicker in the distance is a heavy heat. Step into the motion of the concrete beat. Hold the golden hour in a tightened fist before the morning burns away the violetness. Turn the heavy light till the speakers flare, spinning in the middle of a crowded air.
The weight of yesterday is peeling off the bone. I feel a power that I finally call my own. No more retreating to the shadows of the doubt. This is the moment that we talk so much about. The ground is vibrating beneath our heavy feet. A million pulses merging into one big beat. The sky is opening to swallow up the dark. Inside this gathering we found a missing spark.
Lift your palms up to the golden height. We are the masters of the burning light. Unstoppable and breaking through the cage. Writing our glory on a brand new page. The force is rising like a tidal wall, standing so massive that we cannot fall. The anthem of the liberated soul, finally reaching for the ultimate goal.
Abandon every fear you used to hold so tight. Surrender to the pressure of the blinding white. The transformation is a violent kind of grace. There is no limit to the speed that we can chase.
Higher than the summits of the ancient stone, seizing the kingdom and the velvet throne. Believe the fever as it takes control, the grand explosion of the human whole.
The air is thick with the electricity of change. Nothing is static and nothing stays out of range. We are the architects of the sonic steel, forging a destiny that feels so sharp and real. The clock has stopped, it's ticking at the midnight hour. Now is the season for the absolute of power. Look at the faces shining in the frantic heat. Complete victory in every single street.
Lift your palms up to the golden height. We are the masters of the burning light. Unstoppable and breaking through the cage. Writing our glory on a brand new page. The force is rising like a tidal wall, standing so massive that it cannot fall. The anthem of the liberated soul, finally reaching for the ultimate goal. Lift your palms up to the golden height. We are the masters of the burning light. Unstoppable and breaking through the cage. Writing our glory on a brand new page. The force is rising like a tidal wall, standing so massive that we cannot fall. The anthem of the liberated soul, finally reaching for the ultimate goal. The marrow vibrates beneath the limestone floor, a heavy ignition through the open door. Grab fiberglass, waiting for the silent threshold to pass. This is the summit of the lightning strike, a golden collision unlike anything alive. The sky is unfolding in a violent bloom, spilling its brilliance into every room. We are the spark in the center of the roar, rising higher than we ever did before. Forget the architecture of the hollow ground. We are hunting for a frequency that cannot be found. The pulse is a hammer on a silver bell, a story that the soul is finally starting to tell. No more looking backward at the dust on the shelf. This is a grand reconstruction of the cells. The temperature climbs past the point of return. Watch the old limitations start to flicker and burn. We are rising like mercury in a fever glass, waiting for the silent threshold to pass. This is the summit of the lightning strike, a golden collision unlike anything alive. The sky is unfolding in a violent bloom, spilling its brilliance into every room. We are the spark in the center of the roar, rising higher than we ever did before. The marrow of the iris thickening now, a heavy velvet weight upon the brow. The static hums beneath the frozen skin, where every ending waits to begin again. I watch the rafters bend under the grace of every ghost that memorized this space. The air is spun from filaments of gold, telling the secrets that were never told. Hold the line, hold until the sky dissolves into the questions that no one ever solves. A tidal pulling in the quiet deep, where the promises of the morning sleep, suspended in the amber of the glare, breathing the perfume of the thinning air, until the architecture falls away into the crimson wash of fading day. Ah. a dying fire. Hold along to it till the sky dissolves into the questions that no one asks. As the tidal pull in the quiet deep, hear the promises of the morning sleep, suspended in the amber of the glare, breathing the perfume of the thinning air. Unfeeling architecture falls away into the crimson wash of fading day. Hold along until the sky dissolves into the questions that no one ever saw. The tidal pulling in the quiet deep, where the promises of the morning sleep, suspended in the amber of the glare, breathing the perfume of the fading air, until the architecture falls away into the crimson wash of fading day.
Static on the wire and the frequency shift, moving through the shadows where the floorboard lives. Denim on the hip and the silver in the jaw, breaking every pattern of the local law.
Step into the center while the strobe light swings, counting the emotion that the midnight brings. Early start a promise in a digital cage, turning over symbols on a brand new page.
Talking in a broken frame. Never really cared about the player name. Cut the sound short and the bid runs deep. Promises to deliver, but the secrets keep.
Action in the middle of the rapid fire, higher than the cable on the power wire. Fragment of a moment in a heavy wave, searching for the feeling that the circuit gave. Chrome on a buckle and the tint on the glass, waiting for the heavy footed minutes to pass. Platform boots on the industrial tie, keeping up the pressure for a country mile.
Glitch in the system where the vocal splits,
Pieces of a story and a random hit,
tracing out the orbit of a spinning coin.
where the heavy metal and the spirit join.
Click and the capture and a sudden halt. Nobody is looking for a hidden fall.
Repeat the syllable until it breaks, just to see the tremor that the fever makes.
Talking in a broken frame. Never really cared about the player name. Cut the sound short and the bit runs deep. Promises to deliver, but the secrets keep.
Action in the middle of the rapid fire, higher than the cable on the power wire. Fragment of a moment in a heavy wave, searching for the feeling that the circuit gave.
Talking in a broken frame. Never really cared about the player name. Cut the sound short and the bit runs deep. Promises to deliver, but the secrets keep.
Action in the middle of the rapid fire, higher than the cable on the power wire. Fragment of a moment in a heavy wave, searching for the feeling that the circuit gave. Oh, 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 oh. The morning breaks like a golden bell, ringing out across the square. A million colors dancing in the heavy summer air. We gathered up the blossoms from the garden by the gate, to throw them to the sky before the hour grew too late. circles chasing shadows on the ground. There is a sweet and holy music and the very simple sound. The table's grown with honey and the bread is warm and white. We forgot about the winter and the freezing teeth of night. Every window has been opened to let the spirit through. The dusty roads are shining now with drops of silver dew. The neighbors shake their tired hands and look into each eye, recognizing something true beneath the wide and open sky. The drums are beating steady like a giant's heavy heart, waiting for the signal for the festival to start. The heavy gates are swinging wide to let the people in, and every soul is ready for the rebels to begin. Sing until the mountain peaks are trembling with the noise. Raise a glass to all the girls and all the reckless boys. The sun is stuck in place today and will not ever set. This is the brightest moment that the world has seen us yet. Let the banners fly above the rooftops and the trees. Carry every heavy thought away upon the breeze. Yeah, old men are playing fiddles with their sleeves rolled to the wrist, telling stories of the lovers that the lucky stars have kissed. The wine is pouring freely from the barrels in the car, healing every jagged crack within a broken heart. The pavement feels like velvet underneath our moving feet as the parade comes marching down the center of the street. The drums are beating steady like a giant's heavy heart, waiting for the signal for the festival to start. Heavy gates are swinging wide to let the people in, and every soul is ready for the rebels to begin. Sing until the mountain peaks are trembling with the noise. Raise a glass to all the girls and all the reckless boys. The sun is stuck in place today, it will not ever set. This is the brightest moment that the world has seen as yet. Let the banners fly above the rooftops and the trees. Carry every heavy thought away upon the breeze. Whoa.
The weight of heavy air is pulling at the seams, a fracture in the stone where we kept our fragile dreams. You tell me that the ground is shifting underneath your feet, but I can see the spark in every shadow on the street. We stood against the wall while the winter turned to gray, waiting for a sign just to sweep the dust away. There is a kinetic force gathering inside the veins, a sudden surge of light breaking through the iron chains. The silence is a fever that is ready to ignite. We are moving past the edge into the blinding white. No more looking back at the wreckage in the sand. The future is a strike that we hold within our hand. Lift the anchor from the deep and let the fire roar. We are walking through the frame and past the open door. Tell us, seal it off the sky, let the thunder find its drive. There is no one left to run and nowhere left to hide. Everything we built is screaming out for be released. The hunger in the soul is a giant and a beast. The gears are spinning faster than the clock could ever know. The jagged line of heat everywhere we choose to go. The colors are bleeding out from the canvas to the floor. We are not the same people that we used to be before. Grab the handle of the world and wrench it to the side. There is nothing left to lose when the gates are open wide. Lift the anchor from the deep, and let the fire roar. We are walking through the frame, and past the open door. Tell the ceiling of the sky, let the thunder find its stride.
ocean vanish in the velvet air. The golden air spirit meets me everywhere. No more retreating from the shadow on the floor. I found the key to unlock every bolted door. The frequency is steady and the path is clear. I shed the winter and the ghost of every fear. This is the moment where the healing starts to bloom. A long vibration breaking through the empty room. The resolution of the fever in my chest. I leave the struggle for a sanctuary rest. It pulls me upward like a tide that never ends, until the broken circle finally amends. I feel the power of the never-ending grace within the pulse of this electrified embrace. This is the moment where the healing starts to bloom. A long vibration breaking through the empty room. The resolution of the fever in my chest. I leave the struggle for a sanctuary rest. It pulls me upward like a tide that never ends, until the broken circle finally amends. I feel the power of the never-ending grace within the pulse of this electrified embrace. The dust is settled on the gravel road where we ran barefoot through the heat. The iron gates are rusted shut, but the victority's bittersweet. I carried every jagged stone from the valley to the highest ridge, watching the embers drift away as I walked across the final bridge. My father's coat is heavy now, and the pockets hold a dozen keys to doors that open late at night to grant us all our small victories. We used to measure time in shadows cast against the kitchen wall, waiting for the morning tide to prove we didn't have to fall. The trophies on the mantelpiece are tarnished by the salty air, but the scar upon my knuckles show the burden that I chose to bear. The wind is shaking loose the leaves from the oaks we planted in the yard. The peace we found was bought with gold, and every mile was fought in heart. Take the long way home through the seals of amber gray. The storm has broken open and washed away the copper stain. We are standing on the threshold where the sunlight meets the ground. Whatever was discarded has been reclaimed and finally found. The heavy ball is swinging in the tower made of pine. The glory isn't in the prize, but in the drawing of the line. The ghosts of all our younger selves are waving from the riverbank. They forgive the thirsty miles and the bitter wine that we once drank. I see the city in the distance glowing like a fallen star, but I am staying here today to celebrate just who we are. No more searching for a sign in the movement of to heavy bell swinging in the tower of pine. The needle drops on a frantic pace. I feel the voltage across my face. Silver boxes start to scream and howl. Electric shadows on a prowl. 146 pulses deep. The city wakes while the dreamers sleep. A wave of plastic moving through the floor. Until we cannot take it anymore. Twist the dial, watch the signal climb. We are the architects of stolen time. The heavy bottom shakes the hollow ground. We lose our gravity inside the sound. Lift the ceiling higher than the sky. Watch the molten sunlight multiply. Burn the vision into every sense. Nothing matters but the current tense. Release the fever, let the heart ignite. We on the center of the frantic light. Pressure builds until the metal bends. This is where the quiet story ends. A rolling thunder in a steady line. The gears of motion starting to align. The frequency begins to shift and soar above the chaos of the hungry road. Lift the ceiling higher than the sky. Watch the molten sunlight multiply. Burn the vision into every sense. Nothing matters but the current tense. Release the fever, let the heart ignite. We on the center of the frantic right.
Look at the horizon where the lightning splits the bone. We are carving out a kingdom on a solitary throne. Feel the friction in the static, let the engine start to play. I am hunting for the glory with a predatory speed.
Got the hammer of the winter and the fury of the gale. Every mountain in the distance is a shadow on the trail.
Power in the pulse and the fire in the breath. We are dancing on the edge between the slumber and the death.
The silence of the tundra with a roar. Higher than the eagles ever dared to soar. Boundless energy ignited in the cold. Stories of the giants waiting to be told.
Lift the spirit, let the atmosphere ignite. Shattering the ceiling of the endless night.
Iron in the valley and the silver in the rain.
Running through the arteries and pumping through the vein. Heavy is the pressure, but the gravity is light. We are seizing every second with a sovereign right.
Keep the momentum till the metal starts to glow. Chasing down the destiny that only heroes know. Voltage in the vision, let the thunder be the guide. Nowhere left to stumble and there is nowhere left to hide. The silence of the tundra with the war. Higher than the eagles ever dared to soar. Boundless energy ignited in the cold. Stories of the giants waiting to be told.
the pillar made of flame, writing every victory against the nameless name. The universe is shaking as the final gates unfold, turning all the darkness into cataracts of gold.
Beyond the reach of reason, where the solar winds collide, everything we dreamed about is swelling like a
the ceiling of the endless night.
Of the challenge round, we got all. The floor is buckling under the weight of the motion. A tidal surge crashing through this human ocean. We ignite the fuse beneath the heavy concrete, feeling the friction where the sparks and the soul meet. Every atom in the room starts to split and glow. The only direction is where the fever wants to go. Gravity is nothing but a ghost in the machine, living inside a vision that we had never seen. This is the summit of the night, the glowing combustion of the light. We are the pulse that never breaks, the massive roar the spirit makes. Total immersion in the flame, forgetting every word and every name. The ultimate high of being alive. This is the moment we arrive. Electric currents tracing maps across your skin. A celebration where the wilder truths begin. No more boundaries and no more walls to climb. We are the architects of a stolen piece of time. Higher than the clouds and deeper than the base. A holy sanctuary in this crowded space. Total liberation in the center of the roar. Searching for the ceiling, then crashing through the floor. The pressure is building in the chest of the dark. Wait for the thunder to follow the spark. The saturation of the blood and the bone, standing together before the light. This is the summit of the night, the glowing combustion of the light. We are the pulse that never breaks, the massive roar the spirit makes. Tearing immersion in the flame, forgetting every word and every name. The ultimate high of being alive. This is the moment we arrive. watching every shadow lengthen on the grass. The kettle hums a low tune on the iron stove. I pull the heavy quilts down from the shelf. There is a hollow in the mattress where the memories roll. A quiet story told only to myself. Pull up a chair and let the evening settle in. The porch is wide enough for all your heavy years. We can trade the miles for where the stories begin and wash away the salts of all those weary fears. The wood smoke smells like home before the winter chill. There is a seat left open by the window pane while the world goes rushing past the crest of the hill. We are sheltered from the driving of the rain. The clock on the mantle has forgotten how to race. It ticks like a heart that finally found its rest. There is no map required to find this hidden place. Just a compass leaning deep within your chest. The floorboards sink beneath the familiar stride, and the tea is steeping slow in the porcelain blue. Everything you thought you had to leave outside is waiting in the parlor just to welcome you. The photographs are fading to a golden haze, a Sunday spent beneath the apple bough. I can still smell the clover from those longer days. Though the garden is a tangle of the here and now. Don't worry about the mud upon your traveling shoes or the way the thread is fraying at your sleeve. This is the only port where you have nothing left to lose and no reason left to ever wanna leave. The crickets start their chorus in the tall dry weeds. The fireflies are blinking in the velvet dark. The hunger of the highway finally recedes as the heart fire throws a bright and lonely spark. Pull up a chair and let the evening settle in. The port is yet enough for all your heavy years. We can trade the miles for where the stories begin and wash away the salt of all those weary fears. The wood smoke smells like home before the winter chill. There is a seat left open by the window pane while the wild goes running past the crest of the hill. We are sheltered from the driving of the rain. Pull up a chair and let the bar. The price for every freedom has been paid. The map is drawn in every single yard. We are the weavers of the new design, the masters of the clock that never stops, walking past the old and faded line until we reach the very highest top. Oh, the bells are ringing for the brave. Let the fire consume the hollow cold. There is a kingdom we were born to save, a glory that the future will uphold. Stand tall until the mountain bows its head. The victory's written in the sky by every honest word we ever said. The truth is moving like a rising tide. All the bells are ringing for the brave. Let the fire consume the hollow cold. There is a kingdom we were born to save, a glory that the future will uphold. Stand tall until the mountain bows its head. The dust settles on the windowsill like a heavy secret. I watch the mercury fall inside the blasted day. The letters in the attic are starting to lose their edges, while the sky turns a shade of blue, silver over the bay. You were folding the map while the engine was still running, looking for a direction that hadn't been erased by the rain. The shadows grow long across the kitchen tile. The silence is a mountain we no longer try to climb. Every ticking hand on the wall is a witness to the slow evaporation of our remaining time. It is not a storm, but a leak in the ceiling, a quiet drowning in a shallow wooden boat. The weight of the unsaid is bending the floorboards as the cold iron gates ring shut within the soul. We are trading our anchors for a handful of salt, letting the current decide where the wreckage will go. The coffee has gone bitter in the ceramic cup. You are tracing the wood grain as if it were a vein. Outside the window, the stray dogs are howling and nothing, or perhaps they see the ghost that we refuse to name. I remember when your touch was a spark in the dry grass. Now it is just the friction of two stones turning to sand. The shadows go long across the kitchen tile. The silence is a mountain we no longer try to climb. Every ticking hand on the wall is a witness to the slow evaporation of our remaining time. It is not a storm, but a leak in the ceiling, a quiet drowning in a shallow wooden bowl. The weight of the unsaid is bending the floorboards as the cold iron goes and shut within the soul. We are trading our anchors for a handful of salt, letting the current decide where the wreckage will go.
ever shaking when I grab the steel. Manifest the fire, make a vision real. No gravity can hold the king in his prime. I am the master of the flow and the time. Look at the trajectory, I am on the rise. Electric current flashing through my eyes. The heavy pressure only makes the diamond glow. Breaking through the ceiling with a heavy blow. I am the hurricane within the quiet room. Watch the golden goddess start to burst and bloom. Step inside the circle if you want the heat. Witness perfection in every single beat. Raise the stakes high until they touch the sun. We are the champions, the only ones. Unstoppable force in a world of stone. Claiming the glory and the golden throne. The spirit is burning with a bright blue flame. Remember the motion and remember the name. Higher than the summit where the eagles fly. Painting our legacy across the sky. Raise the stakes high until they touch the sun. We are champions, the only ones. Unstoppable force in a world of stone. Claiming the glory and the golden throne. The spirit is burning with a bright new flame. Remember the motion and remember the name. Higher than the summit where the eagles fly. Painting our legacy across the sky. No looking back now, the gates are wide. Rather momentum on a rising tide. The heart is a drum and the soul is a light. Piercing the shadow in the middle of the night. 1,000 degrees in a winter storm. Changing the shape and the very form. Feel the vibration inside of your bones. Taking the kingdom in the heavy zones. Back on the pedestal, I stand tall. Crushing the barrier and the brick wall. Rapid fire delivery like a lightning strike. Summon the whole wide world in the light. Solid as a matter, fluid as the sea. Unlock the potential and energy. Taking like a bomb in a silver case. Set in the standard in the killing pace. Emphasis on syllable is pure gold. Telling a story that has never been told. From the deep valley to the highest peak. Found the vibration that the people seek. Turn off the oxygen, feed the blaze. Leaving the masses in a hungry daze. The king of the mountain is back on deck. Putting the crown around the massive neck. Raise the stakes high until they touch the sun. We are the champions, the only ones. Unstoppable force in a world of stone. Claiming the glory and the golden throne. Prosperity is burning with a bright blue flame. Remember the motion and remember the name. Higher than the summit where the eagles fly. Painting our legacy across the sky. Raise the stakes high until they touch the sun. We are the champions, the only ones. Unstoppable force in a world of stone. Claiming the glory and the golden throne. The spirit is burning with a bright blue flame. Remember the motion and remember their name. Higher than the summit where the eagles fly. Painting our legacy across the sky.
Gravity pulls, but the lightning strikes faster, tearing through the ceiling of this heavy master. Every spark is a signal in the dark wire, building up the motion of a white heat fire. I am standing where the silver wires spray, chasing every shadow out of the way. We are the thunder breaking the glass. Rise. right back here. This is the surge that we were promised in the dark. A chemical ignition hitting every single spark. We are suspended in the center of the spinning height, drowning in the heavy saturation of the white light. Lose your orientation in the rush of the fast sound. Nobody is ever coming back to the solid ground. The gravity is breaking and the ceiling is gone. We are moving in the motion of a digital dawn. Center of the room, I can see the flower of the artificial bloom. Don't look at the clock because the gears have all stalled. This is the temple where the thunder has crawled. Every single pulse is a brand new breath, dancing on the edge of a beautiful depth. Your silhouette is melting into trails of bright blue. I am becoming a reflection of the same view. Stacks are breathing like a giant in the heat. We are the electricity beneath the dirty street. Forget the definition of the names we used to hold. Everything is turning into platinum and gold. The momentum is a tidal wave crashing on the skin. Open up the floodgates and let them rush in. This is the surge that we were promised in the dark. A chemical ignition hitting every single spark. We are suspended in the center of the spinning height, drowning in the heavy saturation of the white light. Lose your orientation in the rush of the fast sound. Nobody is ever coming back to the solid ground. The gravity is breaking and the ceiling is gone. We are moving in the motion of a digital dawn. This is the surge that we were promised in the dark. A chemical ignition hitting every single spark. We are suspended in the center of the ceiling height, drowning in the heavy saturation of the white light. Lose your orientation in the rush of the fast sound. Nobody is ever coming back to the solid ground. The gravity is breaking and the ceiling is gone. We are moving in the motion of a digital dawn.
The iron heavy on the bone, standing where the seeds of pride are sown. Higher than the mountains made of glass, watching all the ancient shadows pass. I am walking through the open gate, master of the pulse and of the fate. Wilder than the wind across the plain, burning up the cold and heavy chain. The map is torn to pieces on the floor. I do not need the compass anymore. The seeds of pride are sown. Higher than the mountains made of glass, watching all the ancient shadows pass. I am walking through the open gate, master of the pulse and of the faint. Wilder than the wind across the plain, burning off the cold and heavy chain.
Until the ceiling hits the crashing floor. We ride the lightning to the very end. The broken pieces start to finally mend. Surrender every fiber through the force. A burning engine on a steady course. Believe the magic in the solid air. A heavy burden that we used to bear.